Prapti Siddhi, mastering perception beyond time and space. The yogic power of reaching anything, anywhere, instantly. What if you could hear a whisper across the world, see into the past or future, or touch something far beyond the reach of your hand? This is not fantasy. It is a real siddhi, a yogic perfection, known as Prapti. Mentioned in ancient yogic texts, Prapti Siddhi is the power to reach anything, anywhere, with no need for movement or even physical contact. But Prapti is more than a superpower. It is the unraveling of your limited perception until space bends and time unfolds and all distances dissolve into presence. This is not the realm of the mind, but of pure consciousness. 1. Prapti in the ancient yogic scriptures. The word Prapti comes from the Sanskrit root pra-ap, meaning to obtain or to reach. In the Yoga Sutras and in the Vibhuti-pada, the section that discusses siddhis, this siddhi is hinted at through deep concentration on the subtle aspects of the body and elements. The Shiva Purana and Vishnu Purana describe Prapti as the ability to touch the moon while standing on earth, to hear what is spoken far away, to access any place or time through the subtle senses. It is the perfection of perception, not limited by body or boundary. It means consciousness can extend itself beyond the physical, reaching what would seem unreachable. 2. The mechanics of perception and the illusion of distance. Ordinary perception is filtered through the body. Eyes have a range. Ears hear only certain frequencies. The mind limits what it accepts. But the yogic view says perception is not a product of the body. It is an expression of consciousness. When consciousness is refined, when the senses are no longer tied to form, awareness can reach across space, penetrate walls, move through time. It's not that you travel, it's that your boundaries dissolve. Prapti is not extension, it is the collapse of separation. 3. The inner science of how Prapti arises. According to the ancient seers, Prapti comes as a result of 1. Mastery over the element of air, Vayu Tattva. Air governs movement, communication, and the subtle interface between things. When a yogi becomes still, when the breath is purified, when Vayu is mastered through pranayama, the veil of separation begins to lift. 2. Activation of the Vishuddha chakra, throat center. This center governs ether, space, and refined perception. As it awakens, you begin to sense things not through your skin, but through vibration itself. You begin to feel what is far, to know what is hidden. 3. Dharana on subtle form. By fixing awareness on an object, physical or mental, the yogi can merge with it and know it from within. This is not imagination. It is direct, experiential contact across any boundary. 4. What Prapti Siddhi feels like. This siddhi does not come as a thunderclap. It arrives like a whisper. You may hear something before it happens, know what someone is thinking, find yourself aware of distant events as they unfold, sense a person's presence without any contact. Time stretches. Space bends. The senses operate without needing the body. But there is no ego in it. If the ego is present, the siddhi vanishes. Prapti only arises in stillness, humility, and silence. 5. Cautions and misuse of Prapti. Like all siddhis, Prapti is neutral. Its effect depends on the mind of the one who uses it. In the Yoga Sutras, Patanjali warns that siddhis can become distractions, dazzling lights that pull the seeker away from the path of truth. If Prapti is used for power, control, or pride, it backfires. The senses become inflated. The ego reclaims the illusion of separateness. True yogis do not chase Prapti. They dissolve until Prapti naturally arises, then they release it as easily as it came. 6. The higher meaning of Prapti. Prapti points not to a superpower, but to the deeper truth of what we are. Consciousness with no boundary. When space collapses, when the here and there merge, you realize, I was never the one reaching. I was always the field itself. In this state, the distinction between subject and object dissolves. There is only awareness, meeting itself in every form. 7. Practices to prepare for the flowering of Prapti. You cannot force this siddhi, but you can purify the field in which it may appear. Breathwork. Bhramari pranayama activates inner sound. Anulom vilom balances subtle perception. Kevala kumbhaka, breathless awareness, the doorway to subtle space. Meditation. Focus on the space around the heart or the center between the brows. Imagine distant objects, but feel them as already within you. Rest in pure awareness without image. Light sattvic food, deep silence, truthfulness in speech, absolute non-attachment. All of these purify the subtle channels, making you a clear vessel for this kind of perception. Final reflection. Prapti does not belong to time or space. It is not about touching what is far away. It is about realizing there is no far. The yogi becomes so transparent, so inwardly silent that the fabric of separation wears thin, and the world becomes one continuous vibration. You don't gain this siddhi. You remember that you were never apart. If these words stirred something in you, not a desire for power, but a recognition of your own deep nature, you are already approaching Prapti. Continue inward, let perception become silent, and you will begin to feel what was once unseen. Subscribe for more sacred transmissions each week, and if you feel called, I'll help you find your personal mantra to awaken perception beyond the senses.